Hey everyone, how's it going? Randy here with Nerds Templar. This is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It is now set 17 out of 21 for the red division here. We are almost at the end. We are officially in the last quarter of matches now. 5 left, maybe 4 left for some fighters, depending on their buys if they still got them. 16 after 16 sets, we've got King K Rool, Byleth, and Donkey Kong in a tie at 12-3, but K Rool has beaten Byleth, and Byleth has beaten Donkey Kong, so they're in that order right now for a reason. Pyra, 10-5 behind them, number 4. Then 10-6, Dr. Mario, 9-6, Simon and Terry, who have yet to fight. 8-7, Hero and Yoshi, who have yet to fight, and that is number 8 and 9. An important spot there in each division, of course. The 8 spot, the last one staying, the 9 spot, the first one leaving after this season. 8-8 Mario, 7-8 Pit, 7-9 Zelda dropping, 6-9 Marth and Brawler and Kirby. Marth beating both Brawler and Kirby though puts him in that 13th spot, which again is the last of the playoff spots. Brawler, Kirby now. Brawler was already there. Kirby making his way into that middle point, the last of the ones moving on. And then we have Young Link, 6-10, along with Ryu. Young Link beat him. 5-10 Lucario, 4-11 Jigglypuff and Greninja. Jigglypuff beat Greninja, so Jigglypuff all of a sudden third to last. And finally, Peach, 3-12, but somehow not out yet. K Rool, Byleth, and Donkey Kong clinched the playoffs already in this division, so they at least got that much. Right now they have that nice little cushion in that top 3. So those are the top 3 are buys in the playoffs for the first round. Set 17 here, Young Link taking on Kirby, Ryu versus Marth, Zelda up against Lucario, Brawler versus Greninja, Jigglypuff against Byleth, Dr. Mario versus Peach, Terry versus Pit, Yoshi against Hero, Pyra and Mythra versus Simon, and King K Rool up against Donkey Kong. The number 1, the number 3, 12-3 each. They finally are having their match. Mario is on a bye at 8-8. Let's see what happens today. Let's begin. And we're going to do one more round here in the regular season of our main skins, and then we'll do 2 rounds of secondary and finish with 2 more rounds of the tertiary skins. And that'll be that. Playoff time then. Right now, Young Link, 6-10. Kirby, 6-9. They're a little lower, but man, is this an important one for not just them, many others. Kirby just out of the playoffs right now. Young Link also being half a match behind, has his bye still to go. That's the match difference, really. Oh no, the bomb bounces off of Kirby and hits Young Link. Kirby floating off the map there for a second. It's alright. 93 on Young Link. Kirby now 66 though. That Super Mushroom Young Link helping out, helping bring this one back a bit. Neither of them faring that well, but hey, the way this division is going, it's one of the ones that are a little worse off, but not the worst off as far as how low the record is. That's the last one getting into the playoffs. In fact, they're all 6-8 except the blue is 7-7. But there is not very many in the other divisions, I think, that are I guess there are. All the other divisions kind of have a lot of fighters left. Maybe not so much the yellow. It's hard to say. Maybe one more set here and we'll start seeing a lot of fighters falling out of playoff contention. For real. Young Link getting the first knockout here. He's poisoned right now. Kirby will return that first knockout. 34 on him right now. Still basically even. Nice attack by Young Link though. That's going to give Kirby the 53. Another hit. Too bad Young Link's so short, cannot reach that lower platform when he's not supersized. Kirby may not be able to either. He is supersized right now though. Young Link, small, and so that's a huge size deficit for Link. Both back to normal. Youngling, not much happening though. Youngling still with a nice lead, 23 to 95. And he will pass Kirby up with this. He's got, by the way, Youngling. We can talk about his upcoming matches. Now we have so little left to play. Yeah, it's easy to just go through and mention all of them. Lucario is next up for him. So one that's is below him. Hopefully for him, going to remain below him today. Oh, nice knockout there at E6 on Young Link. Super size now as Kirby comes back with his last stock. Nice shot, 108. And Young Link missing the hook shot to the ledge, and that is a complete failure. One stock each, tied up, all tied up. Wow. So yeah, he's got Young Link, then his bye. Then two left for Young Link. It's Yoshi and me Brawler. Yoshi a tough one. Me Brawler, again, another one right around where he is now. So if he can take out Kirby, Lucario, and Brawler, it's actually going to be looking pretty good. 9 and 11 then, if you can do that. The Super Mushroom. Changing Kirby's voice midway through his up B. And a nice attack. He's got Young Link down to 1. Young Link's got himself down to 1, more like it. And Kirby had the lead for a moment, but 53 to 51, basically even. But the Poison Mushroom on Young Link, is that going to be it? Yes, Kirby with the Super Mushroom. That definitely looks like it'll do it. The mallet coming out before Young Link is back to normal size. Whew. See you later, Young Link. That's too bad. He came so close. So close. Probably needed that one. He's still in it, but he probably needed that one because I think the only one he can really afford to lose is going to be that tough one against Yoshi, the toughest of the fighters he has left to play. So too bad for him, but Kirby, now all of a sudden, 7 and 9, making a run for the playoffs. Not going to be able to make a run for the top 8 to stay in his division where he was number 1 last season, of course. Not going to be able to do that, but hey, he may at least get into the playoffs, and then of course he'll be moving on next season because he's not going to make the top 8. Now he's got Dr. Mario next, Ryu after that, which he's going to need to win for sure. Dr. Mario may be the only one he can afford to lose himself there. He's got Jigglypuff second to last, and finally Pyra and Mythra. So he's got 2 tougher ones that he's going to have to try to probably get one of those wins. He may be able to lose both, but he's probably going to want one of those. Anyway, next match. And again, a lot of these matches are going to be similar, and thus pretty much just the same in importance. 6 and 10 Ryu now, and the 6 and 9 Marth. Same records. Same records. Marth is the one currently sitting in the last playoff spot because he beat the other 6 and 9s. But again, a loss here to the 6 and 10 Ryu will put Ryu above him. We'll put Kirby above him because Kirby just won. That'll be playoffs for Kirby, if that is the case. So Kirby hoping Marth goes down. Marth with a win will be just fine. He'll stay right where he is, if not move up even farther, depending on what Zelda just ahead of him does. Half a win ahead, or half a match ahead. Marth first knockout quick on Ryu here, who's been taking down a lot of tough competitors recently, so it's definitely not a gimme match here for Marth, that's for sure. Ryu, that 6 and 10, lower of the 2 of them. He's got Peach next. It's going to be hopefully a good one for him. We already talked about him and Kirby. He's got Lucario after that, and then he's got the last bye. So his season ends a set before everybody else's. He's got to make it count while he can. Already those 10 losses. Can only lose one of those. But luckily for him, it's in fact pretty easy. He's got one of the easier finishes here, Lucario, Peach. And again, Kirby there going to be the toughest, other than Marth here. And, oh, can't quite knock Marth out there, but it was close. 86 now on the Swordsman. Ryu, 95. It's tied up in percent, but Ryu down a stock right now. Not looking good. It's looking like we might have another of the higher ranks winning this time, not a complete upset set like we had a few of recently here. Been crazy. Bringing everybody closer, giving everyone a shot still in this thing. in like every division, but right now, so far, these guys might be saying enough is enough. But yeah, this is one division where there's basically everyone still in. Peach still in it, but yeah, everyone else has 4+ wins and 6 gets you in. That's quite close. It's bad, that's for sure, but it's close. But right now, it's looking like it's definitely going to be a 7 and 9 deal. Those 9 losses, it does make for the potential that it's going to, in fact, end up a little tougher, and you may just need to be 500, 10 and 10 to make it in. Oh, Ryu with finally a knockout. Let's see if he can make some kind of crazy comeback. 2-1, basically nothing in percent. Ryu, one last shot, poison mushroom, 22% on him. Avoiding Marth. Oh man, Marth with the super mushroom, almost with the immediate knockout. Not quite. That was probably very, very close. Just a few pixels away, perhaps. We can't, I guess it's not pixel related. It is, but we just can't see those pixels. But yeah, Ryu stays 82%, however. Poisoned again, back to normal size, I think, from a super mushroom there, luckily. 89. 34 only, 41 on Marth's second. It's looking like he's got this one in the bag. Just has to close that bag. Seal it shut. Poison mushroom, it will not help him. Ryu at 106, pulls a super mushroom. Wait a moment, no, he can't get the knockout, but it was close. 56 on Marth. Still a little time on that super. Ryu cannot get the knockout with it though. 74 on Marth. 2 stock. 111 on Ryu's last. And there it is, Marth will be another 6 and 9, going to 7 9. And that is another 6 and 10. There was only 2 of them, both 6 and 10s, dropping to 6 and 11. And that means those 6 and 9s are just climbing a little farther ahead, I suppose. Two of the 6 and 9s getting to fight the 2 6 and 10s. It just meant, and again, the way that it ended up now, yeah, meant for the potential of this happening, the that mid-pack, 6 and 9 is where that mid-pack ends, 6 and 10 is where the bottom begins. So the bottom now falling farther down, the middle pack climbing a little farther ahead. Still got to see what as the Brawler is going to do. He's the other 6 and 9, the one that's actually a little easier. See him in a bit. So yeah, that's Ryu then, looking like he still has a shot, but he's going to have to win out in those easier matchups he has. So he has a potential chance of doing that. He's got one of the better chances, certainly better than Young Lynx. But yeah, that's great. Looking great for Marth there at 7 and 9. Then again, very similar, 7 and 9 Zelda now, the one just above, half a match above those 6 and 9s. She can drop out of playoffs with a loss here to Lucario, who's 5 and 10, just a match below those 6 and 10s. So again, that's how close it is. Why we've got Zelda, who has the bye still to go. Saw Young Link and Ryu, those 2 at the 6 and 10 were 2 with the byes. Lucario, thus being a match behind, is the one behind because he had a bye. Zelda's got a bye coming up next. Dropping hard. She was, of course, in the top 8. She was 12 and 8 last season. Lost to Link in the first round of the playoffs, but she made it there. Lucario supersized, blocked by Zelda. I don't know if it would have knocked her off, but been a decent chunk of damage, and it's still low damage. Zelda poison right now, 48-51 for stocks. Zelda, yes, she has the bye, so 3 matches left for her. Afterward, Yoshi, not going to be easy to start things off coming back for those. Brawler after that, going to be one she might need to win. And K Rool finally, number 1. Potentially not after today, but potentially number 1 the rest of the season. We'll see. Ooh, nice. Knockout by Zelda on the poison Lucario. And that will give her a decent little lead, 64% on her first. Only orange. Only an orange number. 26 on Lucario. Super sized Zelda. 42 for Lucario second now. It is, ooh, she throws some Din's Fire out or like goes in for an attack. She should probably do something with that super. And now Lucario's got one. About to fall on Zelda. He snags it. And now maybe can bring this one back. Oh, back to normal. Maybe grab the poison up there. Lucario, yeah, he's probably going to need to win this one 5 and 10. Again, he hasn't had it, or he has his bye, so that means he, of course, with a loss here, like everyone else, can still go 9 and 11. So maybe one you want to win. Got Young Link next. Of course, one you want to win because you got to knock him down. Dr. Mario after that gets the knockout on Zelda here with the Super Mushroom. 89 on him now. Second stock, still a decent shot to bring this one back for him. Lucario finishing up his last 2 matches. Ryu, another one he's got to win right around him in record. He's got to probably win all of them. Jigglypuff is the final one, so he's actually, again, has it slightly easier other than that next one. No, not the next one. He's got Young Link next. Dr. Mario, that's right, yes, after that. It's the only one, maybe, again, they're going to be the one that he can potentially lose. That means he needs this one. If he wins this one, that's great. That is going to mean that maybe 9-11 will do it, but oof, a nice super-sized Knight coming sliding in. And that will knock Lucario out for the second time. And that's 71 on Zelda second. Lucario, Super Mushroom, 91 on Zelda. And finish that stock. Not quite the tree, actually, I believe, blowing Zelda back toward the stage while she was being launched. Actually, I think maybe keeping her on there a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. She was launched to the other side of the stage. Again, thrown, but not out of here. They're launched, finally. 27 on Lucario. Basically brought this back to even. Just needs to do the damage. Zelda. Another one perhaps slipping away. Lucario's been at the bottom all season. Zelda's been... She was at the top most of the season. Now has been in the middle. Upper middle. The last, you know... This second half probably of the season, so... I don't know. Just got her bad matchups in the second half, I suppose. But still a fine shot, in fact, even to come back. Maybe even to make the top 8 here. Currently with 9 losses, she can still go 11 and 9, and that might be good enough, just good enough. Right now, 8 and 7, one of 2 8 and 7s in the top 8, and again that top 8 stays here. Got a poison Zelda though, 19 to 79. She did a ton of damage already to Lucario, so it's not looking great for him. The comeback looks like it's been ended here. Both normal size of mushroom. It's like a super one. Dodged by Zelda, grabbed by Lucario. 35 on Zelda, 117 on Lucario. Super size. No. He's normal size again for some reason. 128 on him. 52, 68 on Zelda. Dodges another super mushroom twice, and Lucario's gonna grab it. That's crazy. Comes back 82 on Zelda. That was almost a launch there for Lucario's win. 82 to 141. He's gotten her almost in range, but now Zelda grabs the Super Mushroom. Okay, here we go. 82 to 141. She just needs to do anything at all. Lucario, what? Wow, that was some incredible dodging, but then Zelda grabs him. Almost lands that Din's Fire on the side of the map. That would have probably been enough, but he dodges that too. And then finally... she's able to track him down, 170. Lucario out of here. Zelda wins. Whew, that was a great one there. A great showing from both of these fighters, in fact. 6-minute match. And Zelda, that's going to be saving her a little bit there, 8 and 9. Going to maybe save that potential top 8 then. And that is probably the end for Lucario, unless he can pull one off against Dr. Mario. He's probably done. He's got 3 very winnable ones, but then he's got Dr. Mario. So yeah, It's looking like maybe 8 and 12 at best for him, and I don't think that's going to do it. We shall see, though. Good on Zelda. And again, maybe just a shot and maybe winning her first playoff match this season. Made it there last season. Gonna maybe get back again. A little bit of a cushion. Built that cushion up. She just keep winning. It'll be good. Right here, Brawler. He's just got to keep winning, and he should be also okay. 6 and 9, the last of them. He's just out of the playoffs right now, but if you would be 11 and 9, you'd probably be just... I don't think there's any way you'd miss the playoffs at 11 and 9 in any division. So he may even be able to win one and be okay. Maybe even 2. You don't want that, of course, at this point with him. You don't want that. You only have this 5 matches, including this one left. You do not want to lose 2 of those, especially when you got Greninja here. The 4 and 11, dropping a second and last because Jigglypuff beat him in the head-to-head. Now tied right now, and yeah, still though with a shot to go 9 and 11. So there's that. And there he goes, Poison Mushrooms abounding for Greninja. Gets a super for himself there. Maybe it'll help out. It's quite behind. Nice shots though, take Brawler to 68 at least here. And off the side of the stage. Ooh. Not gonna come back from that. That was nice from Greninja, but a bad up B is really what's gonna do it for the Brawler. Nice shot though. Again, he's tough, so he does some good damage in those melee strikes. 97 on Greninja. So, oh man, Brawler lucky there. Again, when you have a bad up B, you don't want to be the one initiating. Oh, what a stun on Greninja. There's no way he's staying on the stage. Look at that charge up. You don't want to be the one initiating those side edge fights, you know? You're not the one that's going to benefit, or the one that has the worst chance of benefiting from that. Try it again. Greninja super size, maybe. Nope. Not going to tie it up again for him. Looks like that may be the thing he needs, unfortunately. It's definitely not good if you need that just to beat Brawler. K Rool is coming up next for Greninja, followed by Donkey Kong, and then Terry, and then finally he's got Hero. So he's got like the toughest schedule to finish things off. He's got 2 of the top 3 that are tied there, 12 and 3, and then he's got 2 of the other top 8s. So he is not gonna have a good time. This is the best chance he has to win again. So it's looking like he's gonna end up down there. It's too bad. To have all those matches left means, yeah, you've lost to all the other ones that are bad, because you have no bad ones left. Brawler, on the other hand, he's got Hero for himself. He has just defeated Greninja pretty handily here with a stock left. He's got Mario after he has to take on Hero. He's got Zelda. Mario and Zelda 2 that he definitely wants to win there. Pull ahead of both of those in the division. And finally, Young Link. So he's got one easier one, but still actually not easy. Depending on where Young Link ends at that point, that could be a match for the last spot in the playoffs, for all we know. Of course, Young Link losing today, not the best start for him to have that happen in the last set. But Brawler winning, that's going to be another all 6 and 9s, all 3 of them moving to 7 and 9 now. And that's just going to make playoffs even harder in this division. And that's all it takes. Just some wins from those in the lowest spots. And all of a sudden, these things kind of start happening. And again, Zelda just above them winning as well, 8 and 9. So everything is moving up. And Young Link, Ryu, Lucario, and Greninja, all 4 of the bottom 6, all losing today. Jigglypuff next has a shot at 4 and 11 as well to maybe move to 5 and 11 and herself have a pretty nice shot because of all the losses, but not so much because of the wins that are just in that bottom playoff spot. We'll have to see maybe about Pitt at 7 and 8. He's going to be another one that has the potential to drop down into the bottom there. just above Zelda there. All that being said, now that we finished, in fact, all the fights from Zelda, the number 12, to Lucario, the number 19 or 18, plus the number 20, and here's the number 19 right here in Jigglypuff. Byleth, though, of course, 12-3. One of the three of them. She's number 2 because she beat Donkey Kong already. She, however, lost to King K Rool, so she's done with those matchups. Head-to-heads up there, and we do have that last head-to-head between the three of them finish off today. That's going to be an awesome one. Can't wait. I mean, plus it's Donkey Kong versus his arch nemesis, King K Rool. You can't really get much better than that, and the fact that they're 12-3 makes it so... I mean, that's what makes it good. It's like the icing on the cake that it's relevant. It's a relevant matchup. Byleth Super Mushroom, I think it was a Super Mushroom fight for a moment there maybe, but nobody really benefiting Byleth with a great lead though. 102, knocking out Jigglypuff at about 115-ish. 50 on Byleth's first. Very strong fighter, obviously 12-3. Here's a reason. And Jiggly missing the sleep, almost getting knocked out again, but nope, that'll be alright. Not too much percent yet. Super Mushroom for Jigglypuff, she will grab it, and it will be a knockout on Byleth. Nice. Jiggly bringing us back to about even. Now it is even, 34-32. 2 stock each. Nice, Jigglypuff. This would be an incredibly ridiculous upset. The number, the third to last, beating the number 2. And winning again to move up. Who did she beat? Simon. Yeah, she just beat Simon, by the way. Just saying. Who is right now number 6. Because of that, basically. He was number 4 before that. Jiggly also beat Pit. She's up 2 wins right now. Looking for a 3-win streak. And against 3 tough opponents. 2 of them really tough, including Byleth here. If she can pull it off, but it's remaining tied. And with Jigglypuff, you just never know when you're going to get caught in some silly attack of hers. And she gets the Super Mushroom for herself, but not doing much with it, unfortunately. 120 almost launched, not quite. 89 on Byleth. 120 on Jiggly. Oh, Byleth with the Poison Mushroom. Jigglypuff gets the first knockout on stock 2. Gets the leading knockout. Whatever you want to call it, Jigglypuff's ahead now and got another Super Mushroom, 121. Second stock for her, though. Byleth just needs to hit her, pretty much. Got a lot of different strong weapons like that at her disposal. Doesn't do it, though, actually. Wrong side of the stage. There it is, though, and it's all tied up again. 1 stock each. I think this was going to happen. I had the potential with the way Jigglypuff started playing recently. Had the potential to happen. I can't believe it, though. Again, got a worse match coming up. Dr. Mario versus Peach. Should be the end for Peach, but if she pulls off some ridiculous win, then she may also not be out of it just yet. She of course, she wouldn't be, because 7 wins would be technically all you need right now to get in. And thus would also maybe be all you need at the end to get in. Theoretically speaking, of course. Means she can still get that. She can still get 8 at this point. So, not out yet. In fact, she wouldn't be out yet even with the loss today. Moving to 3 and 13, I believe, and then 7 and 13 still the worst she can do, and 7 can still possibly get you in. But anyway, we got a crazy one here, and Byleth has just a very small lead, but might be just... Like, this is the point right now, the lead she has, 113 to 73, that actually kind of matters. Jigglypuff, much more launchable for a moment. And there it is, that huge halberd coming out, the thing that has brought Byleth to the now 13 and 3 point. It's going to seal another victory for her. Wow. What a match, though. Jigglypuff did everything she could there to try to remain in this division. I don't think she's going to have much chance, just like Peach. She's going to be now 4, and Peach is 3 and 12. Now Jigglypuff 4 and 12, just like Greninja, we should say. They've both lost 4 and 11s now, and that means everybody in the bottom 6 has lost. Peach, the last one to play, but she's, of course, again, the least relevant of them, already with those 12 losses. And Jigglypuff, it's not like things are going to get easier with Marth, and then, well, Peach after that, but Marth, Peach, Kirby, and then finally Jiggly has to take on Lucas, so she's got, I mean, no matter what, it's not going to be an easy schedule for the third to last place, but she does have the last place and Peach still to fight, so that's kind of a silver lining there. And of course, Byleth doesn't have to worry a whole lot, but as far as her maybe potential top 3 goes, she does have to fight Pyra and Mythra next, Pit after that, Simon second to last, and then finally Terry. So she actually has a lot of tough ones left. So top 3 is going to be a little tough for her. See if she can pull it off. But of course, another good win there for her, and she's got to keep doing that. Keep doing that, and no one else will really have a chance. In fact, depending on what Pyra and Mythra do, and Dr. Mario here, the two 10 wins, 10 and 6. Dr. Mario though has his bye still. Second to last bye, and oh my, Dr. Mario giving Peach a big handicap, well, slight one because she is at 46% already and has a poison mushroom. But Dr. Mario falling off the side of the stage there, helping out the princess a little bit. But I don't think it'll even be enough, and I don't know what he's thinking. He's really, you know, Peach doesn't have a shot. He has a really good shot, and he has a great shot even at that top 3, as we were just saying. So he cannot afford to lose to the likes of Peach. That would probably end his chances of top 3, because that would be 7 losses. Because again, he has his bye still. 13 and 7, then the best he can do. Not probably going to be good enough for this. Only 3 losses in the top 3s right now. Not going to be good enough. Gets the knockout on Peach relatively early, but yeah, 82 now on him. 2 stock each. Peach taking advantage of her handicap. Oh, poison mushroom on Dr. Mario. Peach was still supersized, missing everything though. 92 on Dr. Mario, still poison. Peach easy to launch him. Nope. But she's supersized again, and that will still not do it. There it is. Parasol. Knocking Dr. Mario out of there. 54 on Peach. Basically the same as what we had when Dr. Mario knocked himself out for the first stock. But now he has none left. Just the 1 left, that is. If he had none left, it'd be over, I suppose. There's none to spare. Peach, Super Mushroom, 75%. 36 on Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario, a little damage, 85 on Peach now, second stock. Needs a lot more. Can't hit her, though. Super Mushroom, that might just do it in 1. Couple pills connecting. There's the up A, and it will also connect. 108. Peach knocked out with that Super Mushroom on Dr. Mario. Bringing it back to about even. 37, now 55 on him, though. And so Peach going to make it again, just like it was when he, oh my goodness, coming in strong at 70% with that supersized sliding heart attack, and down goes Dr. Mario. Call a doctor. Dr. Mario goes down to the heart attack. And Peach, are you serious right now? 4 and 12, still with a, probably not a chance, but still with a chance. That's crazy. And Dr. Mario now, man, that's not the one you could lose. And it's all because he knocked himself out in the beginning. Probably why that ever had a chance of happening. 10 and 6 now, 10 and 7. And again, I don't know if that's going to be good enough for the top 3. Top 8 though, he should still be okay. Just needs to pick up a couple more wins somewhere. Kirby next. Lucario, in fact, after that. It's 2 decently easy ones. And then his bye, of course, and finally he's got Yoshi, so a little tougher there. But he can at least, it looks like he should. I mean, he just lost to the worst in the league, so you can't, or in the division at least. One of the worst in the league, though. So you can't expect, I mean, or, you know, I guess you just never know what's going to happen with him, I suppose. But he should be able to win 2 of his last 3. We shall see. And Peach, though, if you want to know, she's got Ryu, she's got Jigglypuff. Wow, she's got Pyra and Mythra, though, then after that, and then finally for her, she's got Pit. So almost easy. 2 easy ones, 2 harder ones. I don't think she has a chance, though. Honestly, the matchups for her could be worse, but enough of that. These are our best 4 matchups, beginning now. Terry, 9 and 6. Pit, talking about him a lot already, 7 and 8. Could fall out of, actually 7 and 9 could fall out of playoff contention because all 3 6 and 9s winning will put him, of course, in a tie with them. We'll just have to see who wins in that big old tie. If he loses, if he wins, he's just going to stay right where he is. And tied with Mario, who's on a bye at 8 and 8, if that happens. And in fact, have a chance to tie up with Hero and Yoshi, that both have Hero or Yoshi, that is, both at 8 and 7, fighting each other today after this match, so that's insane. Terry here, 9 and 6, is tied with Simon at 9 and 6, right? So 6 and 7 there. Looking for another W for himself. He's been up higher than this in the record. So has Pit. Pit has dropped recently. He's been down there, I guess, in the middle for a while, but he was doing much better in the beginning. 7 and 8 now. Couldn't go back to 800 there. 500 though at 8 and 8. Right now, pretty tied, pretty even. Nice attack by Pit on the side of the stage. That's nice, beautiful job by Pit. That is what you want to do again, especially against somebody like Terry with Pit. One of the best recoveries because he could fly. That's something you can certainly think about doing if you are Pit and if you are capable. And I guess sometimes the level 9 CPU is capable. Sometimes. Terry, though, supersized knockout, bringing him back to even. Pit with the super mushroom on his return. Getting attacked, however, getting a few attacks in there himself while he's got the super. And trying to bring things to the side of the stage again. The trees also trying to help him. Poison mushroom above them. Pit, ooh, he almost grabs it, but he doesn't. Intelligent play there. Usually do not see that from the computers. Pit's CPU right now is playing as best it can. Try to pull this one off against Terry. 9 and 6 would be a nice upset. Nice. Get him back, maybe again into that top 8. Potentially get him closer for sure. Like again, he could end up even number 9 today if he could win. Depending on how he's done against Mario and whoever loses between Hero and Yoshi. But right now he's down to his last stock. And Terry 99 after that attack on his second, but he's got to go now, and if Pit cannot knock him out, he's got a huge power boost as he tries to finish things off here. Power boost with his lead. Oh man, 49 super mushroom, 49 on Pit. Terry has the super mushroom, that is, in. Almost would have just got the knockout there if he would have attacked instead of grabbing the bunny hood. Maybe he was trying to, and he accidentally grabbed it because he was falling right toward him as he hit A. That'd be funny. But right now he is getting attacked. Pit needs to do a lot more than that. You need the knockout before he hits you, or you're done. He's basically got a super mushroom all the time now with that go, at least the strength of one. Now he has an actual super mushroom, 180 on him. Doesn't matter. Oh, again, Pit just lining himself up to be knocked out by Terry, and he doesn't take advantage. 84 on Pit, though. Pit, ooh, with the knockout. It's a very slight chance now. Nope. Terry almost knocking Pit out right afterward in return, but not going to happen. 102 on Pit. I don't see it happening, but it's still possible. Poison mushroom on Terry. Might help him get some mushroom down, some damage down as a super mushroom falls on Pit. Still though, 129 on him now after that attack. It is not looking good. And 24 on Terry only. Like Pit's gonna drop another one. We have a very interesting, there it is. Very interesting bottom of the playoff spots here now. All tied up at 7 and 9. Wow. All right. Well, this is nice for Zelda. She's moving up to 8 and 9. She's going to be above Pit now. Mario's happy about that. Going to stay where he is at least, not move ahead, depending on, again, Hero and Yoshi. And Terry, he's loving it. He's now 10 and 6. He's going to pass up Dr. Mario, who lost. Simon, 9 and 6, still has to go. Terry can rest and relax now. Rest easy while he watches what Simon does against the much tougher matchup, Pyra and Mythra. All right, well, that's that. Pit, I don't know. He has Simon coming up. He has Byleth after that. He's got Marth, and then he's got Peach. So that's really the only easy one. Marth isn't going to be too easy. The other two are tough. Terry, though, he's got Donkey Kong. So super tough. Then he's got Simon, finally, who's tied with right now. Could stay tied at that point. We'll just have to see. That could be interesting. And then his last two, he's got Greninja easy and Byleth hard. So tough finish for Terry as well, except that one match. But he should be good. 10 wins now. Just fine. And I'm sorry, I don't keep meaning to wait until the end of the match to tell you their upcoming matches, but I feel like I should get him in there before we move to the next one. Yoshi and Hero. Oof, 8 and 7s, the both of them. And this is for number 8 spot right now, the way things are going. This gives you the number 8 spot. So 9 and 7. In fact, that would be exactly what happens, or maybe even move up to number 7, but losing, definitely you're not in there. Simon is the one that will determine whether the winner of this is number 8 or 7. Probably going to end up being 8 unless they somehow got a win against Simon there. Possible. But yeah, we'll just look at this as a fight for the top 8, number 8 spot to be the one that is going to, for now at least, be the one looking like they'll remain in the division. But we do only have 4 sets left. Both of these already have their bye, both these fighters. Oh, Hero with a nice knockout to begin things on Yoshi there. 41 only on Hero. And since he got the first knockout, we'll look at his upcoming match. He's got Brawler coming up next. After that, he has King K Rool. Oh no. Then we'll see him against Donkey Kong. Oof. And finally Greninja. Okay, so not great. Brawler is one that you're going to probably want to beat because he's fighting for playoff contention, and then you have two really tough ones, the two of the toughest in the division, and then one easy one. So I don't know. He might end up 10 and 10. He's gonna really want this one against Yoshi. Yoshi getting the return knockout, bringing it to even. Now it's dead even. He had the slight lead at 29% on Hero. Now 49 on Yoshi. Super size though brings it right back to even in percent. That hit. Poison Mushroom. It falls on Hero. That could have been anyone's. And it's Hero's. Blown around Yoshi. Super Mushroom blown onto him. And that is a Hero back to normal size. Falling. Back to the stage. Okay. Yoshi's up. Yoshi's down. 75 to 78 is neck and neck for the 8 and 7 to 8 and 7 bout. And there goes Hero off the side of the stage for no reason. All right. Yoshi has Mario next. That's another one he's going to want to win right below them in record. Or going to be the same as him in record. If he loses here, that'd be interesting. Either way, it's going to be good. Zelda, after that, who's just below him in record as well, either way. Then he's got Young Link, a little easier. And he's finishing things off against Dr. Mario. So a little harder. But a much easier record to finish, the schedule that is to finish. Better than Heroes. 117, Yoshi retaining this lead for quite a while now after Hero kind of just fell off. But this Poison Mushroom, he goes back into the attack of Heroes. He was safe from it. He even turned normal size and went back into that big lightning strike. Down goes Yoshi, back to 1-1 even stocks. but 62 on Hero. Poison Mushroom on Hero. 35 only on Yoshi. And a Super Mushroom below him. He doesn't grab it. Hero back to normal. 50 on Yoshi. It's all even again, and Yoshi just pulled the Poison Mushroom. Yoshi, the last 11 and 9, the last one staying in the division from last season in the red here. To get to 8, we'd be basically in the same spot, the last one to stay again. In his old skull red. Hero new to the league. Yoshi probably feeling, you don't care, man. Let me have this spot. But again, Yoshi has the easier schedule to finish things off, so it might benefit him. Might just be able to recover if he does lose here. Because of that, yes, Hero does certainly need this victory perhaps more. Both of them should be okay for the playoffs. 109 to 94, and that is all it's going to take. No mushroom help at all. Hero, a beautiful strike, finishes things. And down goes Yoshi in a very close one. 8 and 7s. 8 and 8 Yoshi now. 9 and 7 Hero. What a great match. But again, they both should be just fine here. Again, as well, because Yoshi has the easier schedule. He does have to pick up a couple more wins here. At least one, I would say. At 8 and 8, you need to get at least to 9. But 2 would be much better, of course. He's got quite an easy... I mean, he's got certainly a shot at that. 2 that are just below him. Mario, in fact, the same record as him for the next match. 2 8 and 8s next time. Zelda is 8 and 9, who he's going to fight the next match after that. And in fact, Zelda is going to be on a bye, and so if Yoshi loses again, we'd have Yoshi, Zelda, 2 8 and 9s against each other. Just as good as... That'd be crazy. Yeah, having Yoshi in tie-breaking matches 3 in a row if he keeps losing. But it's possible. It's possible. But those are much easier than Heroes. And then he has the one more easy one, Yoshi, that is, against Young Link. So maybe the one win he needs, you can pick up there. And then one more that he probably also needs somewhere else because of the ones he's got to fight. All right, 2 matches left. That match determined who was going to make the top 8. These last 2, of course, going to determine where a lot of people stand in that top 8. Because right now, 10 and 5, Pyra. 9 and 6, Simon. Simon's win. Pyra and Mythra under the stage. Man, I'm kind of tired of seeing the CPU level 9 do that. But just like that, I'm going to have another 2 to 3 handicap match. Pyra and Mythra down an entire stock already, and Simon probably not the one you want to do that against. They're both, and they're right next to each other. Pyra falling out. She was number 1 for quite a while. Pyra and Mythra number 1 for quite a while. They were. Now, number 4, Simon number 6. Pass her up with the win, tying up at 10 and 6 in record with his win here, which again is looking like it's very possible at this point. But Pyra and Mythra, in fact, putting a lot of damage down. Poison Simon right now, 97%. Only 17, 22 now on Pyra. One currently out. Taking a couple hits there. Finally. Simon's starting to stack a little more damage. Now another Poison Mushroom for him, though, 100. 53, Mythra, the choice now. And a Super Mushroom, but maybe Pyra would be the one you want now. Not doing much. 129, 144. Mythra is going to get the knockout. Pyra back in. 2-2, 53 on Pyra and Mythra. 72 now. Mythra back. 37, 35 that is on Simon. 83 on Pyra and Mythra though. So Simon retaining a bit of a lead here. It's yellow to red in percentage. Enough of a lead, but Pyra and Mythra with the Super Mushroom, almost Pyra getting a knockout there. Simon coming back, a little bit of a vengeance, but not doing a ton of damage. 52 only on Simon, 115 on Mythra, that is, doing a little bit of damage. He was, I suppose. 190, 132 on Mythra. Missing the Boomerang Blade. It comes back though. Does a little bit of damage, not much. 63 on Simon. 137 on Pyra and Mythra. And Simon, oh, 93, almost launched. Losing his lead because of the high percentage on both of them right here. And oh, there comes, out comes the throwing axe. Gonna connect, and that thing is strong. 93 on Simon, 99, Super Mushroom, 106, 113, 118, keeping him on the stage currently, but also because it's Mythra, not Pyra. Mythra continuing to attack, even though she does have, of course, the one knockout on Simon right now. It's another high percentage knockout, 127 on him at the moment. Pyra out now. Super Mushroom gone, however, from them. They had it for a moment. And gonna knock Simon too far away. Does not have a good recovery. So we have 1-1, 0%. Here we go. Simon's got the Super Mushroom. Pyra and Mythra with the Poison Mushroom. That's a horrible way to begin things, but not many hits happening. Not many at all. 9-23. Simon gets the Mushroom now. Pyra and Mythra still with the lead, however, 36 on Simon, who cannot get a hit. There's a bunch of hits. Oh my, that was a bunch of hits from the chain, I guess, but really only tying it up in percent, nothing more. A bunch of hits from all kinds of stuff there, and Mythra trying to do the same, but blocked, shielded by Simon. The Boomerang Blade coming in hot, back toward him. And a nice shot there, 84 on Mythra, 67 on Simon. Pyra out now, 84 all. It is down to the wire here, neck and neck, 94-84. Mythra, now the one. And she's gonna make it back to the stage. Simon is big though. Oh, she's grabbed him. He can't use, oh no. He's still big, he's normal. But Mythra's small, Pyra's out now. Still small, Boomerang Blade on the way back. Connects again, 111-98. Again, anyone's knockout pretty much at this point, especially with the help of a Super Mushroom on Mythra. Pyra now out. And there it is, the fiery blade coming in and finishing Simon off right at the perfect time. What a clutch move. Pyra and Mythra. A match they certainly needed to win. Wow. What a great one. Again, some great matches today here in the red. Pyra and Mythra are going to stay in that number 4 spot. They're still a little bit behind that pack of 3 at the top, 12 and 3s. And Byleth moving to 13 and 3. One of the two, K Rool or DK, about to move also to 13 and 3. But one will stay 12 and 4. And with Pyra and Mythra now 11 and 5, they may have a shot at taking back one of those top 3 spots. Simon moving down, 9 and 7 now. Pyra, of course, got Byleth next. That's going to be tough. Pyra and Mythra. Marth then after that. Then they got Peach, and then they have Kirby. So they have some slightly easier ones. Byleth not going to be an easy one. However, that could be one that'll bring them closer to that top 3, in fact, interestingly enough. Simon then has Pit. He's got Terry. He's got Byleth himself. And then he's got Marth. So some that he could win and certainly stay in the top 8 with those wins with no problem. But he does have that, again, another tough one in Byleth there. Let's move to our last match. And here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's King K Rool versus Donkey Kong. 12 and 3s. King K Rool, number 1 right now because of his win over Byleth, who has a win against Donkey Kong. DK wins, Byleth is number 1. K Rool wins, he's still there. That's what it takes. That's what it's come down to now. That is what is on the line. Can't believe it came down to such a great match here. We still got, of course, a few left to play. A few sets left. K Rool, oh, blocking the one shot, but not the second. Poisoned. DK will take the first knockout there. 99 on him as K Rool returns and grabs a Super Mushroom himself. Cannonball to the head. And another one. And he misses the third. Can't suck DK into the gun. 124 though on Donkey Kong. That is a lot. 135. K Rool only at 8 on his second. Taking a couple slaps. And now he's poisoned again. 21. 144 on Donkey Kong. That's quite a bit. Poisoned again, K Rool. Back to normal though. 39 that is. And a Super Mushroom for Donkey Kong. He ain't going nowhere. What a big Simian fist to the face of King K Rool, and down he goes again. Donkey Kong is looking to take down the King flawlessly. I don't think it's going to happen. K Rool almost getting the knockout on a I think maybe big size Donkey Kong, who comes back to a poison K Rool again. That is just too bad. K Rool getting all the poison mushrooms in this one, and that is going to pretty much spell his defeat. 173 supersized DK again. 53 on King K Rool. He's charging up that fist one more time, and he's looking for it on the edge of the map again. No way. Gets a big upward slap. He gets another sideways slap. He's poisoned though now. Donkey Kong finally grabbing one. The crown comes out. K Rool crown making sure that it's not a flawless, but DK with a super mushroom on his return. And he's like, no, this is it right here. A big upbeat connecting with a lot of it there. K Rool might just be done. No, not. Meaning that he was just going to give up, but he does not give up just yet. Super mushroom, he grabs it before DK can. 153 though on K Rool. What kind of chance does he have? He lays there and considers his options for a moment. Gets up, misses the cannon gun. Hits the crown again twice. On its return, it hits again. Goes back to the trusty crown. DK, you gotta understand how to jump over those. He almost gets launched with another poison mushroom. K Rool trying to take advantage of him flying back to the stage, but he can't. Another super mushroom though. K Rool with the advantage with the control of the stage, getting another super mushroom for himself. Poison mushroom on Donkey Kong. K Rool back to normal size, but 177. DK back to normal size from the super mushroom. Wow, this is insane. It's still a chance for K Rool at 186, but no, there really isn't. Donkey Kong ending it there. Down goes K Rool. Donkey Kong is beating the game. Roll credits. He's 13-3. He doesn't get to be number 1 because Byleth did beat him, but for now he's number 2, and that's great, right? I mean, why not? It's better. He's now above K Rool. In fact, he was above K Rool before when he was just ahead in record in the past, but now he's got him in the head-to-head. Now he's looking maybe for that top spot if he can pass up Byleth. He's got Terry up next, Donkey Kong, then Greninja, and then finishing things off against Hero and Mario. So one easier one, one tougher one, I guess, coming up next. Maybe some easier, slightly easier, but not really. Hero, not very easy. And in fact, Mario might not be very easy either. So could be worse, though, for DK, for sure. It's looking like he doesn't have any chance of leaving that top 8, I would say. K Rool, probably also the same. I mean, you're only going to lose to what? Donkey Kong, and then who else is going to beat you? So he should be just fine, I would imagine. But his next matchups are going to be Greninja. Also, he has Greninja, so that's going to be another probably gimme. One gimme for both of these guys. He's also got Hero. These guys seem like they have similar matchups going to finish things off here, which we've seen in the past. It seems to be the way it's kind of worked itself out in the scheduling thing. And then yes, he also has Mario, and he's going to finish off with Zelda. So again, kind of the same as DK. Slightly the same kind of records to finish things off. Let's see where everyone has ended up after our set 17. All right, well, after 16 now, after 17 now, we had Kirby defeating Young Link. We had Marth over Ryu, Zelda defeating Lucario, Brawler beating Greninja, Byleth over Jigglypuff, Peach defeat Dr. Mario, Terry defeated Pit, Hero beat Yoshi, Pyra and Mithra over Simon, and finally Donkey Kong taking down King K Rool. After 17 now, 13-3, Byleth and DK at the top. Byleth beat him. They're number 1 and 2. K Rool still 3, 12-4, with 1 win lead over Pyra and Mithra, 11-5. We got the 10-6 Terry, 10-7 Dr. Mario, then 2 9-7s, Simon and Hero. Simon beat Hero though, so he's not going to fall any farther. Hero going to stay in that number 8 spot after defeating Yoshi, who's still number 9, 8-8. Mario, after his bye today, 8-8, and now they have to play again, as we mentioned, next up. So that's going to be another awesome one. watch. Another good Yoshi matchup, 8 and 8s, and that's going to be an old school red division matchup as well. So super exciting. And then we got the 8 and 9 Zelda just behind them, 7 and 9. That now is where the lowest record for the playoffs. 4 of them there, rounding out our middle pack. Pit, Marth, Brawler, and Kirby. Pit beat Brawler and Kirby. He fell down 1 match today, so he's going to remain above Marth, who we did not play. Marth already beat Brawler and Kirby. And then we have Brawler, who beat Kirby still. So the Marth, Brawler, and Kirby remain where they were because they already had all their head-to-heads. Pit added into that mix as his head-to-heads, except for one against Marth, one at the top. So that's actually the most interesting one. It's also another rematch, yellow division rematch, and it's going to be happening in set 20, the second to last set, and that could determine a lot for the playoffs. So right now, 2 of the 7 and 9s does go up to 7 and 9 to make it in, but there's 2 of them there out of the 4 that are getting in. So still a chance here. 6 and 11s behind those 7 and 9s. We have Young Link and Ryu. Young Link beat Ryu. 5 and 11 Lucario, still a shot, maybe. Then we have Jigglypuff, Greninja, and Peach, all at 4 and 12 with maybe still one last shot themselves. Jigglypuff beat Greninja. Greninja beat Peach. So they are where they are for a reason, but all of them still in it, I think, maybe. Just a shot. Because of the wins at the bottom of the playoff picture, it does look worse for them, but also no one else is clinching playoffs yet today. Just the same 3, Byleth, DK, and K Rool. So that's that. Next up, we got the green. Set 17. Mega Man versus Little Mac. Bayonetta versus Bowser Jr. Villager against Lucina. Toon Link against Mewtwo. Luigi versus Sheik. Dedede against Diddy. Chrom versus Corrin. Link against Shulk. Kazuya versus Wolf. And Piranha Plant finishing things off against Bowser. The Meat Gunner's on a bye, way up at 12 and 4. And these guys next up, it's going to be another great one, as I think they all will be to finish off. Hard to place some of these matchups. We got first up, Simon 9 and 7 taking on Pit at 7 and 9. We got the 7 and 9 Brawler up against the other 9 and 7 Hero. We kept those next to each other. It was our first 2 great ones. Then we got Marth, 7 and 9 up against the 4 and 12 Jigglypuff. Lucario, 5 and 11. Even a great one here against the 6 and 11 Young Link. Peach, 4 and 12 versus the 6 and 11 Ryu. Both of those matches very important for all those fighters to get one more win to stay in it. And then our worst match is still great because we got the 4 and 12 Greninja against the 12 and 4 K Rool, who wants another win after losing a DK. On our best matches then, Kirby, 7 and 9, the last 7 and 9, against Dr. Mario, the toughest matchup in those 7 and 9s. He's got to take on the 10 and 7 Dr. Mario, who's just above those 9 and 7s that the other 7 and 9s are fighting. So very interesting. Then we got Mario at 8 and 8 taking on Yoshi at 8 and 8. And again, I knew that one was coming. That's going to be an awesome matchup. 2 left though, still DK 13 and 3 versus Terry at 10 and 6. That is, of course, the number 5 versus the number 2 DK. Byleth then number 1, 13 and 3, taking on the number 4 Pyra and Mithra, 11 and 5. It'd be a huge win for them, especially if K Rool would lose. We shall see what happens. Zelda needs a bunch of people to lose. She's at 8 and 9 on her bye. One of the 8 and 8s above her, Yoshi or Mario will lose, so that'll definitely be helping her out. But that's that, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know who you think is going to win the upcoming matches. Check everything else out on the channel. I'm Randy with Nerds Templar in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Peace out.